What up, everybody? It's your boy Step here from Mod2Fame, and we are back with another video. That's right, you see it behind us. You saw the thumbnail, so you know what's about to happen. You're about to see if the Panny can put the gap sauce on a Mopar. Let's jump into it. Let's go. Alright, so you all seen this story many times over. Guy with fancy car goes to car meet. Guy with muscle car comes up to guy with fancy car and says, hey, my muscle car will probably kill that fancy car. Well, that's not what happened. What actually happened was, man, I went to RT Life and FP2000. Those are two YouTube channels, by the way. They were having a meet. So I ended up taking this car. Although I knew it was a Mopar meet, I still took the Porsche because, hey, it was a, I don't know, I knew I was going somewhere else after, and I felt like driving this car for the day. So anyway, got there, chilling. Now, FP2000 actually DM'd me on Instagram. If you're not following Mod2Fame on Instagram, do that right now, at Mod2Fame. But he DM'd me on Instagram one day like, hey, I would like to see what my Scat Pack can do against your Porsche. And I think I told him back then, you know, this was like during the summer. I told him, I was like, bro, you don't want it, basically is what I told him. And he was like, oh, well, I don't know. He asked me how much horsepower. I told him the Panamera Turbo has 500 horsepower. His Scat Pack has 485 stock. Now, I mean, he's done exhaust since then. I'm not sure if he has an intake or anything, but let's say it's still at around 485. The thing people don't realize is you see this car is big, it's wide, so you think that it's heavy. But in all actuality, this car weighs the same thing as a Challenger, around 4,300 pounds. So it has 500 horsepower, weighs the same as a Charger, but it also has a PDK transmission rather than a ZF 8-speed. So, I mean, I knew what the result would probably be, but I don't know, I guess he didn't believe it. So we lined it up real quick, little side street, nothing crazy. We didn't go up to a big speed number, but we were able to get enough runs in to see what would happen. And here that is right now. All right, so these guys found a new spot. It's pretty cool looking under these solar panels. But Mr. FP2000, because it's his event, stepped up to the challenge. So we are gonna put the gap on that 392. That's about to happen. All right, man, so I'm gonna take FP2000 down right here first, and then you after, okay? You're next after that. Not like coming this way, sure.
All right, YouTube, this is the event of the century. FP2000 versus Stephen of Mod2Fame. That's... Woo! He lapped him like a dog! Oh, man!
All right, go ahead, honk it, honk it, honk it, honk it. All right, guys, that run was fun, man. I mean, you gotta figure, I knew what was gonna happen. I knew we was gonna pull on the Scat Pack. That being said, there are not many cars that are rear wheel drive on stock tires or street tires that's gonna be able to run with this car from a low speed. The all-wheel drive, the PDK transmission, and the way that the turbo comes on is super strong. So this car from like 0 to 100 is really, really quick. Granted, we went from like 20 and 25, but that being said, this car is just faster than that car completely. So even if we would have went up to 160,
it would have been like 8 car lengths by 160 or something like that. So that wasn't the case. But let's move on and talk about what's going on this week on the channel. So this coming Tuesday, November 6th, we are taking Cheapokitty to New Jersey Motorsports Park. So I don't know who is in that area. It's in like the southwest Jersey area. If you're in that area, come down, come hang out with us. We actually need people to help us to like take out the interior pieces, you know, maybe swap tires if we have to. But in addition to that, we're gonna come to the track ready, track prep. So that's what we're doing right now. As far as time, if you want to come down, I would say probably get there for like 9 a.m. We're gonna be there from like 7 for the drivers meeting. So anytime from like 9 probably till about 3, we'll be out there. But anyway, we've been doing some prep to get Cheapokitty ready. So we're gonna throw these parts on tomorrow. So let's go through and see what we have to get ready for track prep. Starting with this heavy little box here. Let's see what's in it. Oh yeah. Okay. So I don't know if you remember when we first got Cheapokitty, we put these carbon fiber ceramic low dust pads in the front. We did not put them in the rear. So that's what these are for. These Power Stop Evolution Sport. By the way, Power Stop, you can hit me up. We definitely work with sponsors. But these Power Stop rotors, they're going to work better than the stock pads. I know I said rotors. They're gonna work better than the stock pads. They hold heat better, so they're gonna last a little bit longer for that track day, and we can get more laps in. So it comes with the rear pads, everything that we need to throw them in. So we're gonna get these installed in the rear. The front already has these, so we should be able to get more laps in. The stock brakes on a Hellcat are actually pretty good though. They're not bad at all. But anything that you could do to help with heat is something that you want to do. So let's see what's in the next box to maybe help us with that, dealing with the heat from track use. Because at the end of the day, they still are street brakes. The Brimbos are great. They're 6-piston, so they work really well. But let's see if we can get what else we got here to help us out. Come on. What do we have? What do we have? Aha! Yes. So thanks Amazon for all the extra packaging for nothing. But this right here is great brake fluid to try to help us. It's from Willwood. So what happens is lap after lap, the brakes start to heat up, and then the fluid that runs through them, the lines start to boil. And once you start to boil those lines, start to boil that fluid, you start to get bubbling. So what we actually purchased was the Willwood EXP 600 plus super high temp racing brake fluid. This is what you want to run. Anything, the Hellcat comes with .3. So anything .4 or better along those lines is going to help you to get more laps in. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, Stefan, you're doing all of that, but the Hellcat is not a track car. You're absolutely right. It's not a track car, but that does not mean that it cannot go on a track. So the last thing that we have in preparation for this track day, we all know that Cheapokitty put down 660 to the wheels. If you did not see that, go ahead and click this link right here. You'll see it put down 664 to the wheels. Now that's more than enough power. The last thing that we need on this track day is more power. So what do we intend to do? Add more power. I mean, you knew that was coming. But anyway, this is my PCM saga. Also in that last video, you'll see when we were dynoing it that we were gonna install a new PCM. So when we installed the new PCM, we kept getting an error code. And the error code that we kept getting was for P0103, which was mass airflow volume. I don't know what it was, but whenever I put my stock PCM in, that will go away. I sent out the stock PCM for them to unlock. So instead of using the Diablo PCM from their company, Diablo Sport, I actually just sent them my factory PCM. So now my factory PCM is unlocked. So it's gonna go back in the car and we're gonna tune it to see what it does. But that's coming up in tomorrow's video. Or maybe not tomorrow, but on Tuesday's video, when we're actually at the track, when you're gonna be watching the prep video. It is what it is, man. It's YouTube, man. We gotta produce this stuff, man. This stuff takes high production value. But yeah, guys, besides that, what I need to do is, the car right now runs 20mm spacers in the rear, 5mm spacers in the front, and that's because of the new flares that we added, the small wide body that we got on the car. So what we are gonna have to do though is pull those spacers, because under hard cornering, I know it's gonna rub. So we're gonna pull those spacers as well. So Cheapokitty is not gonna look the sexiest. It's gonna look a little peg leg with its wide body, but the wheels sitting inside. But the purpose of this event is to see how fast we can go around a track, not how good we look doing it. Well, guys, I hope you liked that video. I hope to see you guys at NJMP if you want to come out. And don't forget, go to mod2Fame.com so that you can get some of this new merch, man. Join the movement. We got the M2Fers, do it for the fame. We got the Mod2Fame long sleeves now. We ready, fall, winter, we all ready. But anyway, we about to jump in this Panamera. And we got a lot to do today. So anyway, yo, it was good talking to y'all. It was good chilling with y'all, but you know what I'm about to say. We out, we out.